What's up, you guys? Welcome to the meditation channel. Welcome, welcome. So today we're going to do another random reading, or not so random reading. And I'm only going to use 2 cards today. I've only been guided to use 2 decks of cards. So if you ended up on this video today, it's because there is a message for you. There's a reason why you're here. So hopefully this message will help you. So let's see what the cards have in store for you. And I hope you've been having a good week thus far. I hope that life has been treating you well. And if it hasn't, I hope that you have been helping yourself along the way. I actually have a quick story to share. So today I was driving and a truck driver threw a bottle of water at my window. Yep. And so the old me would get very angry and upset about it. And then I just quickly changed my perspective in that moment. And I thought about it and I was like, man, he must be having a really bad day to do that to someone. And I don't know. I think I just led with more compassion and knowing that I've been there, not throwing things at people, but I've been that angry before. And so I just, let it go. And it's one of those things, guys, you can either choose to allow that type of behavior to influence you and impact you and mess up your day for the rest of the day, or you can use those kind of events to empower you. And the way I chose to let it empower me was that I was proud of myself for not letting that person affect me the way that it would have in the past. And again, sending love and having compassion, because there's a reason why somebody does what they do. And it just so happens that I was on the other side of it. And like I said, I've got a history, so it wasn't always nice. And I've been that person myself. And so it's good just to send some love, even to the people that we think don't deserve it. Luckily, nothing happened to my car, but Anyway, story of the day. All right, so let's see what's coming up, guys. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting itchy for some reason. Whew. All right, so passion has come up twice in this card. So I feel like a lot of you essentially have been deciding, is this the time? Is this the moment to make this shift? Am I ready? Am I ready to make this change? And it's a very emotional one for some of you. Some of you, I feel like this is really to do with your career. And I feel like some of you, this is very specific, but some of you have to choose between love and career, or moving forward, making some changes, maybe even having to move away from where you live in order to pursue your passion. And the cards are basically saying that, yes, it is safe for you to trust your emotions. It is safe for you to trust this choice. And yes, it's going to be very emotional. Yes, it's not easy, but deep down, you know that this is the right thing to do for you. And essentially, we have to remember that when we do the right thing for ourselves, from a highest perspective, we're also doing the right thing for everybody else, even though at the time it may not feel like that's the situation. There is an opportunity here for you to do something different, for you to change the course of your path, to change the course of your life. And I feel like some of you are like, well, if I stay, I know nothing's going to change. And there's also the fear of this opportunity may never come up again, right? And so that's not an abundant mindset. So we want to remember that more opportunities do show up. But when an opportunity does show up, we need to take that opportunity. That's an abundant mindset where we see that wave and we jump on it and we take it, because there's never going to be the same wave ever again. There's going to be another wave, but not that wave. And so essentially, they're saying that, yes, it's time for you to follow your creative passions. And for those of you who are thinking about, is this the right time for me to start that? Then they're saying again, yes, this is the time. There's a bit of, again, the fighting, and there's a bit of imbalance happening right now. So they're saying things will eventually level out. because whenever you make such a big change, it has a ripple effect, right? Cause and effect. Think about it this way. If you want to become a professional surfer, you're going to have to be dealing with the cold, the waves, the training. If you want to be, I don't know, an actor, you're going to have to be dealing with the public eye, criticism, acting classes. So with any decisions that we make, there are consequences to it, good or bad, doesn't really matter. And so right now, that's what you're dealing with as well. There's a lot of up and down. There's a lot of like, did I make the right decision? But this is really hard. Maybe I should quit. Maybe I've hurt that person, whatever it is that's going on. But trust that over time, things will rebalance. And then eventually it will get easier for you and it will become clearer as well. And you will know and trust that you have done the right thing. But what I'm hearing right now is also that you have to give it time. Okay, expecting things to give you an answer immediately, to have solved themselves immediately isn't realistic. So the other thing that's coming up is teaching and learning and passion again. So teaching and learning essentially is that when the challenges arrive right now, it's a time of learning. This is a time of becoming the student, of stepping back, of becoming the observer, becoming humbling yourself a little bit, I guess. And just seeing it from that perspective as opposed to going into victim mentality. You see, when challenges arrive, we can really help ourselves by seeing things as a lesson that we need to overcome and grow from. And once we overcome and learn that lesson, then we evolve and we become the teacher. But when we are the student, that's when most of the challenges we're facing most of these challenges, because everything is new, everything is challenging, everything is difficult. We don't have the tools to manage whatever is coming at us. But that's why we're experiencing that, because we're developing those tools so that hopefully eventually we can master the lessons and become the teacher or become our own teachers so that we can grace ourselves through these waves and through these challenges and through these moments without allowing us to just repeat the same lessons over and over and over again. And passion, trust and follow your reward, passion in your love life and career. So again, this is trusting that you're following this calling, that you're following this desire, that you're following this need. And essentially, I think that this comes down to seriously an actual need, not so much a want. There's a big difference between wanting something and needing something. You know, when we need something, that is who we are. That is our calling. That is our nature. That is what we were brought here to do. And even though we may have to sacrifice certain things or learn a lot of things or overcome a lot of challenges, it becomes worth it. It becomes not effortless, but it still becomes worth anything that anything throws at you, because that is your calling. That is what you're meant to be doing here on this lifetime. And so I feel like for a lot of you, this is actually what is happening, and you've been getting that call and you're like finally listening. But like I said, it's a time of rebalancing and learning and awesome. Okay. So the last card today, it's a magician card. And I love this card because essentially this card means that you have the power to change and manifest anything that you want. You hold the power. And like I said, I'm just going to go back to my story today. It's like you can think of it like today again, like I had the power to choose how to react to that situation. Even though something was done at me, it was my perception of the situation that assisted me in processing it in such a way where I turned it into a gift or a lesson and a blessing. And so this is the same situation for you. How can you see the situation, become the magician, and use what you have to create something that is serving you, something that is in alignment with your spirit and who you really are, and so that essentially will allow you to manifest and align with your highest and greatest outcome and potential. We can make it harder for ourselves so we can make it easier. I think at the end of the day, that's the message of today. All right, guys. Well, I hope this message was helpful. This reading was helpful. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, I am on Insight Timer and Spotify now, so you can follow me there. All right, guys. Have a magical day. Bye.